To trim or not to trim? Why do we do it? Find out what I think on this video. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Mom Journeys. My name is Agogo. If this is your first time, welcome here. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Now on this channel, we love to look better, feel better, and do better. Today, we're going to be talking about our hair, trimming it specifically. Why do we trim? Why do we have to trim? And how often should we trim our hair? Yeah. Now, can we address this shrinkage? Yeah. 4C hair. This shrinkage, I've washed my hair and look at what's happened to me. This is even a bit stretched because I was stretching it earlier on when I was into this whole trimming business. Let's just dive into it and examine it, okay? Now, for me, the first question is, why do we trim? Why do we trim our hair? Why can't we just let it just all grow and keep growing as we would like it to do? For those who want to grow their hair, of course, yeah, because I know some people just like rocking that short look. They just love it, yeah. But for those who want to grow their hair, why do we need to keep putting the scissors into the hair while we're trying to get the length to grow? Why do we have to do that? This is just one simple reason, because your hair has split ends, and because as you're growing out, the further out your hair is growing, that's the oldest part of your hair, so it gets compromised as it's growing. It starts to disintegrate to an extent. That is the reason why it's important to condition your hair, deep condition your hair, and do things that will help to protect the hair. But with all that doing, you're still going to find out that your hair is going to split sometimes, and trimming acts as a way to cut that split and get rid of it so that it doesn't continue down the hair shaft to completely compromise that hair strand. Yeah, so that's the reason why we trim. Next question. How often should we trim our hair? How often? Yeah, that as an answer for me is an individual thing, because not everybody's hair grows the same way. Not everybody's hair splits the same way. For some people, yes, you could form a routine and do it as often as you want to, or you just deal with it when you feel your hair needs to be trimmed, okay? For me, I kind of have a routine that I am following just because I have crown breakage issues, and I'm trying to make sure my hair, as the crown is growing now, it's matching up with the others. So it's not the distance, the difference in length is not too much in the crown from the other parts of the hair. It is quite a significant difference as it is, but when the hair curls up and is like in a fro or anything, you can't really see it, just because of the way I constantly have a routine where I'm trimming the sides and the front, the periphery, I think the peripheral region of the hair to meet the crown, okay? That way, everything, when I have, I do my hair into like a twist out, the whole thing looks quite, the fro looks quite put together, and there's no much difference between the crown and the other sides. That's the reason why you trim your hair. Now, third question is, how do you do it? How do you actually trim your hair? Okay, there's so many methods of trimming your hair. You could trim your hair with heat. That is, you straighten your hair out and make sure you can see the length of the hair, and then you trim it. That's one way of doing it. Then in the no heat method, there are also 3 ways of doing that as well. One, you can just simply pat your hair into sections, pull it out like that, and then you trim, okay? just trim the edge, the tips. I tend to favor that method a lot more because I'm not looking for my whole head to look even totally, but as I do that, I am like gauging what I'm taking out, yeah, and then it kind of like works out eventually, yeah. So it's also in that process, you could just actually be dusting your ends or actually going in and taking like a 1/4 of an inch to 1 inch of your hair, just so that you're addressing the parts that need to be trimmed out. Now, another way you can also trim your hair is when you twist your hair into a twist, yeah, and then you now dust the ends or actually cut a 1/4 of an inch to 1 inch of that hair after you've twisted it into however you want to twist it. Okay, so that's another way of doing it. Then the third way is, so like you've twisted it now, and then you now snip at the tips if you want to do that. That's another way of doing it. Then another way is you pick out individual strands. Say maybe when you are detangling and you find out, oh, there's a serious knot somewhere, you cut that knot. That's like searching and destroying. Or if you have like a magnifying mirror, you look at the hair strand itself and see that it's like the ends are curling and wiggling and not looking good, you cut that part off. That's called search and destroy. Now, if you can do this by yourself, which is what I normally do, DIY, I'm very much advocating DIY on this channel, well, then do it yourself. Learn how to do it. Practice. I learned how to do mine. However, if you have a stylist who you trust and you believe that, oh, she knows what she's doing or he knows what he's doing, and you trust them to not chop off your hair, then you can go to them for a regular trim. They'll probably even tell you, if you're a regular client to theirs, they will tell you, I think we need to trim your hair at this point in time, that type of thing. So let's move into actually getting this hair trimmed. And I'm gonna start by this section. Let me reach out for my detangling brush. So I'll put some leave-in conditioner in my hair to help me detangle the hair. The hair is drying out already. I need to spray it. And then always trim with a proper hair scissors. Get a specific hair scissors, not scissors that you use in the kitchen, not scissors that you buy that's like for paper scissors. No, it has to say when you're buying it that it's a hair scissors that you are buying before you use it to trim your hair. It is purposeful scissors that you use for this. So I can feel to the tips. And twist that section out, and then you go round the whole head of your hair and keep trimming until you're done the whole thing. Now when I twist, I do two things. Like I pull it out that time and then cut, and then when I twist again, I feel the tips, and then if I feel I could do with another snip, I snip again. And that leaves the hair looking really nice. Good. So you pick out another section. My scissors has dropped again. Detangle. So how easy this brush detangles the hair. So easy. Now if you haven't watched my video on my 10 best tools and products, I'll put the link up for you guys to see. Is one of the things that I've acquired, a couple of things that I've acquired, and over the years, 3 years now of being natural, I've acquired those things, and they've been very, very useful to my caring for my hair. And I'll also put the link on here for the scissors, because I got it also from, I'll get you the link for specific scissors if you'll be interested in wanting to trim your hair yourself, doing a DIY trim. All the way, and then at the tip again, I'll give a small snip. And my hair loves it. I twirl it around my fingers so it curls and stays. Okay, so everything is trimmed now and my hair is all trimmed around, and like I said, my crown is doing a whole lot better than I am expecting, and pretty soon I wouldn't need to be trimming as often again, but I'll just keep trimming to keep the health of my hair. Okay, health above length in my hair growth journey at the moment. I just want the hair to be healthy, so I'll trim as often as I feel my ends need that trimming. Okay, so if you got all the way to this point of the video and you haven't subscribed yet, I'll just suggest you go click on the subscribe button. Right next to it is the notification bell. Now if you click on that one, you will not miss any of my content, and you know what we're like here by now. I'm sure you should be able to get my vibe on here. Positivity most of all, and we'll talk about beauty, we talk about lifestyle, we'll talk about fashion, we'll just talk about the beautiful things that I love and that I love, and I know lots of you out there love them too. So come join this family and let's just have fun with it and learn one or two things as we go along. Now if you have any other methods of trimming your hair that you can share with me, please do so in the comment section. Today's one is all about no heat. I don't use heat to trim my hair because obviously with what I'm dealing with. So on that note guys, I'll see you in my next video. Always remember that you are beautiful inside and outside. Bye guys.